Hi. So most of you who follow me on social media know that I have 3 boxers, and one of our boxers is 12 years old, and her gastrointestinal issues became so extreme that it was actually becoming a problem. Like, you could smell it come under the bedroom door, and we were having a party one Friday night, and I locked her outside all day because I had to get the smell out of the house. I mean, it was pretty bad. And so I started doing all of this research on how do I make my dog not fart so much and smell so bad, and that's sincerely what it was. And like, the biggest thing that came back was sweet potato. And so we have always done wheat-free dog food, but not grain-free. And so I found a sweet potato and salmon and pea, I think is what it is, at Sam's, and we started feeding them that dry dog food. And that really improved things. But then I started making a dog food that I make, whenever they get a scoop, they get a 1-cup scoop of it every morning, and it's brown rice, sweet potato, kale, and there's these giant sardines. They're like this big in the can that I get at the Dollar Tree. And so that's like a wet dog food that they get every morning. And that has done so much for her gastrointestinal issues. But there was still like this lingering problem. And I've been doing so much research on the health benefits of sourdough and fermentation. And I thought, it can't possibly hurt to try doing something sourdough with her, even though we do wheat-free, even though we do grain-free. And so I started making sourdough milkbones. And so here's my process. Here's the recipe. When I make them, one batch makes enough for my dogs for 5 days. And so there's 3 dogs, because we give them one every morning. It's good for their teeth. It's a treat for them. It's always been something that was just, oh, you didn't pee in the house overnight, here's a treat. And it's one of the ways that I housebroke dogs, and I just have always given my dogs a milkbone every morning. So we are very happy with the result of the sourdough on top of the grain-free, like salmon, pea, sweet potato that we buy, and the one that I make. Like, all of it combined has made our house a happy home again. And certainly one that does not smell like boxer butt. So here's my recipe, and I hope you enjoy it. My recipe is very simple. It's 480 grams of starter, 200 grams of flour. I use fresh ground golden wheat, 40 grams of dried milk, 32 grams of peanut butter, and then as much water as is needed to make it just a non-sticky, easy to roll dough. I roll it out to 1/2 inch thick. I have little guards on my rolling pin to help make that an easy process. And then I just cut it out with cutters. You don't have to use bone-shaped ones, but I do because it's cute. I prefer to use peanut butter that only has peanuts in it. This is a popular brand, and it has peanuts and contains some salt, and that's okay with us. And then my recipe makes 15 bones, and that's enough for my dogs for 5 days because they get one every morning. The product is very similar in size to a milk bone, very similar in structural integrity. It's good for their teeth, it's good for their breath, and it's good for their boxer butts. So I hope that you enjoy.